this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Batman Superman issue 1. And before I start talking about this issue, which is probably one of the most hyped up issues from this week, I have a lot of updates and a lot of reviews. A lot of comics came out this week. Some comics I wasn't able to read or get, like Larfleeze and Red Lanterns, but I'm going to try reading digitally sometime. And then there's some comics I did buy, wasn't able to review all of them, but here are some exclusive reviews I have that I wasn't able to do an in-depth review, but it's going to be on Comic Uno episode 3, which is the show where I do every comic I read in one show, a review for every comic I read this week in one show. And these exclusive comics for that show is Jupiter Legacy issue 2, I read digitally, I think you just saw a piece of paper, but whatever. But yeah, Scarlet Spider issue 18, Morning Glories issue 28, Nova issue 5, Green Team issue 2, and then Wolverine X-Men issue 32. So if you want to check out those exclusive reviews, and again, a show where you have every comic book I read and reviewed in one place, go check out Comic Uno episode 3, which is annotated. And guys, I also have an update video where it talks about stuff that's going on this week and 2 weeks in the future for Comic Uno, which is kind of important, so go check that out. That is over there. It's annotated. But let's talk about the hyped up issue of this week. I love there's always one hyped up issue for the week, and that's Batman Superman issue 1. A lot of people are skeptical about this issue. Hold on, I'm going to take a sip of water because I've been talking forever because there's so many comic book reviews. Okay, well, yeah, Batman Superman has been hyped up for a while, but a lot of people have been skeptical about it because of the art, which I could definitely see that. I didn't read Ozymandias, the Before Watchmen, but that's the people who are skeptical about it because of that art. Yeah, I don't know if this really fits Batman and Superman, but I definitely was willing to give this a try because I love Batman and Superman together, and I love their dynamic. So I was excited, but also skeptical a little bit about this. But cool cover. I think the coloring is really cool for it. I don't know what to think about the art, but it's a cool cover art type of thing, just not really cool interior art. With the swirly hair, I don't know. Even when he was a little kid, Clark definitely had that swirly hair because of this art. But anyways, we get back to Clark. This is years ago. This is when they first met, or you know, maybe not when they first met. It is close to when they first met, but it was years ago where Clark goes to Gotham and he meets Bruce, and we get to see how bad Gotham of a place is, and we get to see how Bruce is Batman, but he is Bruce and tries to put an act that he doesn't really care about anything because he's rich and he doesn't really care about Gotham, but obviously he does. And they definitely have two different viewpoints that we get to see in this issue. Mostly we get to see a Catwoman is trying to actually kill somebody, which is like, oh, Catwoman's bad, but she wouldn't do that. So someone's actually taking over her, and it's some sort of monster person, which I'll show you who she is. Hopefully I can get the picture for it. Because Catwoman, again, is not who she was, and they actually go to a different dimension because of whoever is in Catwoman. Hopefully I get the picture for that. Yeah, I don't know where the picture is, but yeah, Catwoman, oh, here it is. Catwoman is not who she is. She's being possessed, and because of it, Clark goes into this other dimension where Clark is from the past, but Batman is from the future and knows who Clark is, and has the kryptonite things, all the bad things about, like his weaknesses, and definitely his weaknesses, Smallville, kryptonite. He's weak here. He can't beat Batman, and he actually is his father here. So we don't know why this villain's doing this and why she has a vendetta against Batman and Superman, but that's how this ends. And again, this is years ago. This is not current, so I don't think that might confuse you. But I liked this issue until he went into his mind. I thought it got a little confusing because Batman had the suit, I'm thinking, from the future, and then knew Clark's name, and the way they got to Smallville was a little confusing, and I don't know if it was really needed. I don't know. I was a little confused by it, and I didn't think it helped the plot. One thing I loved about this plot, though, was that it really compares who Batman and Superman is and why they make such a good dynamic, so how different they are. Batman trying to put that act up, you know, really showing who Batman is, of course, and showing what Gotham is. And then Superman being that farmer boy and a little innocent, and but he's strong, and that's what makes him great. So I love seeing that, and Is this like, I was actually just looking at the title. It looks a little 3D here. Makes you a little dizzy. Anyways, but yeah, so the cover's so cool. But yeah, so I love seeing that comparison of Clark and Bruce. I really think they did a really good job and really show how simple the comparison is and how you could really, why they make sense, I would say. I think that's why I really like this issue, is because it shows why does Clark or why does Batman and Superman make sense? It's like, it's such a weird combination, but it works. It's like peanut butter and jelly. That is Batman and Superman. I think that's a perfect way to show a first issue. And I think it had a really good narration and really good writing. The art, I don't know, really looked very sci-fi to me, and I don't know if it really works for Batman and Superman. I really hope the art doesn't stay like this, but actually the second half that I didn't like the story had good art because they changed the artist, or, you know, semi-good art, because I love the coloring for it, but, I love the coloring for the first half of the art also. I love the coloring, but the art is not perfect. But the second half was actually pretty okay, because it was a different artist, but the first half, I don't love the swirly hair. I don't know, it's just it works for some series. This definitely could work for another series. But Batman and Superman, I don't love the artsiness for it. And I don't love the swirly hair going, really it shows on the cover, the swirly hair going in the air and the weirdness of it. Yeah, right here, does that make sense? No. It's very artistic, but that doesn't work for Batman and Superman. It's a very, I would say sci-fi type of look, especially Gotham. Gotham looks so weird, and especially with all the vines. Yeah, so Gotham looked really weird here with the art. But I can look over it if we get good story. The second half wasn't a great story, but had good art. First half had really good story and not great art. So it was a mixed bag here. I'll still be reading it. It's a little bit on the expensive side because it is a $4 book, which is obviously you're going to get with a flagship title like this. You get a very good cover though, you know, the glossy type of cover, so that's always good, and you show it's a very hyped up series when you have that glossy cover. But I liked it. I did enjoy it. I think there's some really good stuff here, and it's Batman and Superman, which is always a great combination, peanut butter and jelly, you know, and that's why I really did enjoy this, even though there was definitely stuff bad about it, but there's some really good stuff here that I think it's worth picking up. I do give it 4 stars. I enjoyed it. Is it worth being hyped? It's Batman and Superman. It's worth being hyped. I'll see where it goes. I really hope they change the artist. Hopefully, I mean, he couldn't even finish the first issue, so hopefully it changes because he goes to another title. Because I think his art is really good. It just does not fit this title, and I don't know why they picked those artists for this title. I think they really should have picked something else. But yeah, the paneling actually was pretty good for this, though. If I can show you that. Paneling was actually really good here. But other than that, I don't know. It's definitely, again, a mixed bag. But 4 stars, definitely pick it up. Hope you guys enjoyed, guys. This is Comic Uno, and hope you guys follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the right situations, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.